girls, and I asked them to tell me what their goals were. This one particular young lady said that she wanted to have 2 kids. So I said, so are you going to have a husband? And she said, nope. And I said, please tell me why you would choose in the 8th grade to have a goal of having 2 kids and not be married. She said, because if I'm married to him, I can't collect child support. And then she said, why should I marry a man that I have kids by? He might have issues or something. He might be on drugs. And I said, well, if he's too bad to be your husband, do you really think he's going to make a better father? With 8th grade girls.
So, all right. So this what happened. Hold on.
Gavin tried to trigger me at the beginning of the freaking pod, man.
We did have a whole different video, but the funny part is I wrote a comment. I said, this is learned behavior from older women who praise and celebrate being superhero single moms. Now, to be fair, I wrote that in January. Somebody found it, and they been frying me in the comments since, like.
So where else did she learn that behavior from? Where are they saying she learned it from?
Somebody told me. Hold on, let me mute that so I can read the comment. This young lady told me. Her comment is yes, because them struggling to make ends meet, and being stressed while working 5 jobs is so enticing. Of course, women's goal is to struggle while the men get to roam free. It's the best life, huh? So that was condescending. Yeah. And y'all know how I feel about that. For me, I don't know where these kids is learning from. I just told y'all where. Bro, we live in a society where being a single mom is the.
And this is not an anti-single mom pod, right? We're not even those guys.
Absolutely not.
So, but I mean, I will say this. I was funny. When I came in, I was on the phone, and one of the things that me and my homeboy were talking about, I told him that there's nothing more catastrophic that a person can do to themselves in their life than have a child out of wedlock. There's literally nothing else more catastrophic, right? Because it's the only thing. Like it is the tie. I mean, like outside of like going to jail for life.
Yes.
But short of that, like having a child, like you're kind of you've put yourself on the hook for a minimum of 18 years. And it's not 18 years no more. It's literally like 26 years, right?
Facts.
You've put yourself on the hook. Not only have you put yourself on the hook for the child, you have put yourself on the hook with the other child's parent. Because whether you're talking to them or not, you're going to have an emotional connection towards them, right?
Facts.
So even if you hate them, right, that's an emotional connection that you're constantly having to deal with, right? If your child looks just like the significant other, that is going to be an emotional labor that you're going to have to endure for the duration, right? When children start having questions about their parents, mom or dad, you're having to, it never goes away. It is the most catastrophic thing that anybody could do. And here's the thing, anybody co-signs kid out of wedlock, that is a red fucking flag. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Kick the Monopoly game off the fucking table.
Or they don't have kids.
If they don't have kids, I can rock with them not having kids.
No. I'm talking about the people who don't have kids who like support having kids out of wedlock.
Because
they are the weirdos.
Yeah, because they think it's fun. And like I'm gonna be honest, man, being a parent is rewarding, but I'm gonna be honest, it's not the most fun shit I've ever done.
Oh, facts. Because these little kids is about to get sick, right?
You're going to get sick.
Yeah.
You might as well, when the school starts and your kid is like young, yo, you're going to catch a cold. You're going to be like, yo, I haven't had a cold in 10 years.
Bruh, I'm telling y'all right now, shout out to all the people that's out there like, oh, I'm having baby fever. Somebody dropped their kid off. Yo, they about to get sick in 2 weeks. Go collect any kid you want. I bet your ass don't want to have baby fever after that, man. I just laughed at that video because it made me laugh because I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn. First of all, I don't know what type of mindset I was in. I could have been angry 10 months ago when I made that comment.
I mean, I don't think anything wrong with the comment.
Man, me either, because it got a bunch of likes. It's like 100 likes. But I think what happens is I always tell people the poster child for single moms looks like a particular woman. There's a certain age range, there's a certain race, there's a certain look. Like if you had to make a poster child, and it's not a blonde hair, blue eyed white woman. I'm just keeping it real.
No, it's not. Despite the fact that what was the show on MTV that they actually stopped it because they said
Teen Moms.
Teen Moms.
They got rid of that shit.
Yeah, because that word, those Teen Moms didn't look like the stereotype.
Absolutely, it was exactly right. So the stereotype, the poster child looks a certain way.
Yes.
Then the CDC comes out and says who's the most active.
Yep.
Then you find out that it's only one particular dad that is actually happier with kids.
Yep.
And then shit just starts lining up and it doesn't make sense. but you don't have a dude, you know what I'm saying? And as a kid, when you ask an 8th grader, about life, we talking little boys off the edge of, I want to be a rapper or a basketball player. They don't plan on saying, I want a bunch of kids by a bunch of women. It's just because their minds is in different places. And then to have that, the real reason why I really looked at it and said, I know this is due to single moms campaigning that. And I told a young lady this. I said, it's in our music, right? Yeah. It's in our entertainment, right? And then they telling us this across socials all the time.
See, I had another video. If I would know you would play that video, I would have played another one that was way worse.
Well, God just spoke to me, so that's why I play that. But then the other thing is, who makes the draw of, if I'm married, I can't get government assistance and child support. Which is crazy. Which is true, but make that connection is wild.
If you live with somebody and you're married to them, the amount of money you're going to
get more.
is way more than what you're going to collect in child support. And it's I don't real talk. You guys, y'all know I say this all the time, man.
Birds should not have kids. That's what you say all the time. That's not what he says.
Come out from amongst your kindred and acquaintance, man. Like, we have to get away from this attitude. We got to get away from this mindset. I was talking to a really good friend of mine this morning, and we were talking about this idea of accountability. And I told her, I was like, look, I said, it's two things that we got to fix in language, right? We got to stop calling women masculine, because y'all not masculine, right? Because if masculine is paying bills and paying mortgages and changing tires, and if that's what masculinity is, y'all not that, right? So damn. you're just great adults, right? So I was like, we got to get rid of that language. And we got to also stop, bringing in the language of accountability, because there's really no accountability if you don't understand what your responsibilities are. Like, we keep complaining about they're not accountable. They're not accountable. Well, what's their responsibilities, right? If you're not the type of man that's able to say, hey, this is what I need you for, and these are the things you're going to have to do, right? And when you don't do those things, you have to make a decision.
Facts.
And I always tell you guys, like stop being angry, stop being mad, understand what's going on, right? Because a lot of times what's really going on is, we're getting hurt, and we're frustrated, and we're disappointed, right? And I promise you, if you actually looked at it, if you was actually dating somebody, right, and y'all had 6 arguments in a row, 6 weeks in a row, y'all had blow up arguments, and you made up 6 weeks in a row, right? You would keep going if you're like, well, it's going to get better, right? But I promise you, if you looked at that situation, and 6 times in a row, you was like, yo, I just got disappointed 6 times in a row, right? You ask yourself a different question. You, instead of hoping that you won't get an argument, what you're going to say to yourself is, how many times am I going to let this person disappoint me?
Damn.
Right? That's a different mindset now.
Absolutely.
Now you're like, all right, now I got to make a decision, right? Because either you're going to have to change your behavior, or I'm going to have to change the situation completely. So stop getting angry, man, and use the correct language. We've sort of been intentionally positioned to where we have language of accountability, right? Because now they don't have any responsibilities, right? You can say they're not accountable all day, but hell, until you give them something to do, what are they responsible for? This is not how we wanted to start the pod.
We had a whole different start. But it doesn't matter. I will say this before we really do start the podcast. Hove, you got to wait, man. I will say this. STK is coming to Charlotte. To our Charlotte men,
oh my God,
do not get got. It opens up, allegedly it's supposed to open up tomorrow. They've been in training for a month and a half.
Can we get a fucking W around here? We get everything except a W.
Well, they gave you the JW. That's as close as you're going to get.
Can I get a W with a rooftop or a 17th floor pool?
You're not getting
all I want.
You getting a STK. They haven't even designed the outside of it. But when they put that outside on that STK, dick and dinner. That's all they gonna want. Look, and you might not even be able to supply one of the D's, but you definitely taking them to dinner. Welcome to the Black Dads Club. I don't even know if you know what? I'll re-listen to the podcast. We did 2 intros last week. I kept doing it because I forgot I did the first time. Shout out to the boys. I'm talking about Ryan and Ben. Shout out to them because they brung up the pod. My wife listened to the whole damn episode last week.
Was that a whole episode one she should have listened to?
Yeah, it was actually not that bad. We was talking about me being responsible and me recognizing flaws. I do have a question with you, and you did put me on a time limit with the podcast. Do you know, and maybe you can think about it, you can answer it later. Do you know your responsibility with your friends? or the role that you play with your
Absolutely.
friends?
Yeah, I absolutely know.
Who is it? Are you the mean for? Okay, I answered it already.
I am the crisis manager. Right? I don't get any of the easy shit. Right.
Okay.
So like the day-to-day stuff, I do not get. Right. So because people think that I am, I'm not mean. But I guess people think that I'm too too forward, too direct. Right.
Okay.
Now, when it's nothing but doo doo on the fan and the fan is like about to fall out of the freaking ceiling, I hear from people all day long, like, yo, Mike, and it's like but it's like, I mean, that's kind of who I am in my friend's life. Like when things hit the fan, like I hear from folks when folks want to have like a good time. Like, look, I got friend groups that I don't even get invited to anymore, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, low key, I know y'all be meeting up without me or whatever. And I know why. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, I get there, I get it, I dominate the conversation, I am interesting. The ladies do like me.
Oh gosh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it.
It's
I get
narcissistic, nigga.
I get it, but I'm just saying, like, I do know when y'all be like me, without me or whatever, and it's no big deal.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Me and she listened to the pod, right?
Yeah.
And so she was like, yo, she said, I like how you said that I listened and didn't cut you off, which she did, you know what I'm saying, with the past situation.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking, me and her didn't have this conversation, but I was like, damn, what role do I play with my friends? And I realized I'm the glue in certain friendships.
Yeah.
And that's what I am. I hold shit together. Like I introduce people. I'm good at when I introduce you to somebody, it's because I know y'all get along. I do not bring people together who I know won't mesh and all that other shit. And so with that, certain friend groups, I hold them shits together. And so I was just thinking about that, and I was like, man, I wonder how does that look as you get older? Does those roles change? Do stuff like that? But it was just interesting, man. Dad tip of the week. This is from Mike. You want to tell him what it is?
All right, man. Date your wife after kids, man.
Hand claps for that. Where's that at? Oh shit. Oh shit.
Gavin laughing. He don't even know his own soundboard shit is. He's so ghetto.
That's because these niggas be renting the podcast studios. They be deleting shit. They be changing shit. Look, when you come to the studio, treat it with respect and care. God dang, y'all come here and y'all podcast still be ass. I give you the sauce, but go ahead.
Hey man, no, date your wife after kids, man. I think that's really, really, really important. I'm gonna be honest. One of the things, like when I was younger, I was growing up, like I would get bored with the woman, right? And one of the things that I realized, it was because low key you do take them for granted, and it happened both ways, right? Like I don't want men to be like, well, I get taken for granted. Yeah, it goes both ways. That's why y'all should date each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, remember why you got together in the first place, man.
Facts. Yeah, me and my wife, we tried to do that. It was cool yesterday. My sister hit me up randomly. Well, she hit me up she hits me up every day to talk to the baby. But when we got done, she was like, hey, let me keep him so y'all can go out.
That's so dope.
And I was like, cool. And she was like, no, you say that all the time. Like, I need a date. Yeah, I'm going to take off from work. I will get him from school. I will return him in a day or two. Like, I just need that so y'all can spend that time. And, it is cool. We like to go out. She probably going to burn me for a good $350 at STK when the time is right. But it's cool. You get to go out. One thing I always do on my dates is whenever we sit there, I ask her, I say, hey, what do you need me to work on the next 3 months? Like, you got to let me know that. Like, what do I need to work on? And it's not my time to talk.
Yes.
It is my time to listen. She get whatever she wants to say. If it's one word or it's 100 words, I don't interrupt. I let her get that off. And because it allows me in that setting to really like reflect. Some things I've had to change. Some things I knew that she cared about. Some things I was kind of like, I didn't know you really felt that way.
Yeah. Sometimes they hit you with something you be like, oh man, I didn't think it was that serious at all. Yeah. I remember I used to joke with one of my exes. I can't remember who, but I do remember I used to like crack this joke, and it used to bother the hell out of her, and I never really knew it till like one day we had like a real conversation, and she was like, yo, I really wish you'd stop joking about that. And I was like, yo, my bad. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Because for me, it was funny. It was a joke. It was lighthearted. But for her, it was just like something that she really didn't want to talk about. I was like, damn, man, I didn't know that. And then I felt like a douche. So no, I definitely believe that, date your wife, especially after kids. Don't become monotonous. Find somebody that can keep the kids. Find a community And yeah, man, spend some time with your woman, man.
Absolutely. All right, to Mike's favorite girl. I can't really stand this. If you do not know, Brittany Renner went on to our favorite uncle's podcast. Yo, Shannon, give us a call, bro.
Yeah, throw us on the network, bro.
Give us a call. And she said she had sex with 35 guys.
Which I think she was saying it like that was low.
Oh, absolutely. She wasn't saying it.
She was saying it as if it was low. As if it was a low number.
Do you think it's low?
So here's the thing.
How old is Brittany?
32.
Okay.
So here's the thing, right? Go get how many hot dogs in a pack? 12? 10? I don't know. Go get 3 packs of hot dogs, throw them in whatever size pot you have, look at it, and you tell me if that's a lot or a little bit.
Okay.
I think it's based on perspective. So you tell me, is that a lot or a little bit?
So I'm assuming that you're thinking that 35 is a lot.
I'm just saying, look at it. It's your perspective. You tell me.
Oh my God. First of all, okay, before we get there, do you believe her number?
No, I don't believe it.
Okay.
I don't believe it in number. Why would they tell the truth? Right? Like unless it's an impressive number, right? Either impressively low or impressively high.
What she thinks is impressively low. She do.
So like, no, I don't believe it, which is why I never asked the question of how many. Like I'll ask, like if a woman is like, if she wants to get it off her chest, right? She just want to be like, all right, it's this amount. All right, sure, I'll listen. I don't believe you, but sure, I'll listen. Mm-hmm. So, but
I'm here to tell you, Brittany Renner, I don't believe you've had sex with. At first, I thought the quote was, I had sex with 35 people. I definitely don't believe that. I think you at least got 15 girls under your belt.
Oh, she's not counting girls.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. She's not counting women at all.
And if we counting dudes, Brittany Renner, you have more than 35 bodies on your belt as far as me. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna tell her what she has, right?
You are a fucking liar.
But what I do know is her best friend is Tiana.
Yes.
And I pay a good grip for Brittany and Tiana. I would personally pay a good grip. Brittany, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only guy.
Oh, facts. But Brittany and Tiana has 3 dudes together that they've taken down. I'm telling you right now, I don't believe that. I never believe any woman that tells her number. Brittany Renner has had access to a lot of men of stature. That doesn't mean that I believe she slept with all of them. I just believe that if they wanted to, they had access to her. Here's the other reason why I don't believe her. Shannon Sharpe didn't ask her this question. She volunteered this information.
She volunteered it?
Yeah.
Now I gotta go listen to the pod.
Yeah, she volunteered.
Now I gotta go. And okay, now what does make her number unbelievable is that she also told the story of she hit 3 in a day.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And like, so like that would be like 30. So 32 was not in a, like, yeah, it just, the story doesn't add up. And another reason I don't ask like the body count question is, if you told me that you ran like back to back to back in 24 hours, like I already know that you a little thought. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not wondering, like I don't have to worry about your body count. Like, yo, at this point, like, yo, let's just go to the health department. Like you still cute. So
you still cute.
It's what it is.
What sport did she play?
Soccer. And she was good at soccer too, but I think she was like freshman of the year.
Softball players is the ones who get taken down. They nasty.
Basketball players, trash. You know what?
But it's them softball players, bro. They be in that dirt and they come out, they get washed up. them hoes nasty. Shout out to the soccer players. Shout out to the soccer players. And it's certain occupations that we know that y'all get knocked down in.
Nursing,
school teachers.
There we go.
Servers,
call center.
Look, athletes. We know that y'all get knocked down.
This is true.
And here's the thing. Brittany Renner has been in certain rooms that we haven't been in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
She get to cut certain lines that we don't get to stand in.
Yeah.
So like you get in those rooms, I know you impress, excuse me. And yeah, I'm just assuming. Okay. Plus your man is PJ. Like that's who you decided to get pregnant by. All right. That let me know enough. Sorry.
So here's the thing, right? So I saw social media, you know, half of our manginas out there were defending the 35 and like you guys still would, blah, blah, blah. And then some of the guys just like, yo, it's too many. Again, I think it's about perspective. It's about like who that woman is at that point. We talked about this years ago, on this pod. So I was just like, yo, I don't slut shame. I'm not gonna buy this.
Yeah.
But there has to be a mindset shift at some point. And Brittany doesn't seem that she has created that mindset shift. So yeah, I mean, it's still gonna be a lot, at this time. But here's the thing, right? To y'all guys, it's like, all right, 35 is too much. All right. Would you rather a woman that has 35, but like, yo, she's Angela White herself, right? She is saved.
Are we talking about the porn star Angela White, or are we talking about Black China?
We're talking Black China, right? She's saved now. She's changed her mindset. She was just like, yo, I was dealing with some things. I went to therapy. I'm better. You know what I'm saying? Or would you rather a chick with a body count of 5, but she cheats twice in your marriage? So still only 7, but twice in your marriage, she's cheated. Which would you rather?
I'm gonna find out that she cheated on me.
I didn't consider that. I did not consider
For
that.
For shits and giggles, let's say yeah.
Yeah, you find out. You find out twice that she's cheated on you, but she's only at 7 now.
Hoes get wiped up. I'm cool with marrying a hoe. I'm cool with it. Yo, hoes get nothing wrong. It's a lot of hoes that's married right now, man.
No, this is true.
Shout
man.
out to them.
I'm not mad at
Kim
it.
K has
either.
had 3 husbands.
I thought it was a funny question, man.
It is a funny question, man.
I do not want to be knowingly cheated on.
Absolutely. Nobody want no Mario Winans around here.
I do not want to be knowingly cheated on, man. Like not in my marriage, man.
Nah, but you know what? The funny part of it is like, I don't know if 35 is a high number. That's up to you to decide. Because some dudes get off on that.
Some dudes do get off on that.
You know what I'm saying?
I think a good 20% of the population are cucks.
Yeah,
I really do. I don't think a good, and I think they're the loudest ones that are like, oh yeah. Like, no, run it up.
And they all work at GameStop.
Run it up.
But it's like a couple of y'all is into that shit. And I really think, like, to me, if my wife has said, first of all, I've never asked my wife that question. Matter of fact, I've only, let me put it like this. I know a girl who's not as pretty as Brittany Renner, and how many sexual partners I have now at 34, she had that shit in high school.
Whew.
So.
Sweet.
So that's one reason why I don't believe Brittany Renner's question. And I told y'all about my first girlfriend in college, man. This bitch ran the floor. So Brittany, I have a hard time believing you, as pretty as you are, as much access as you had, has only been knocked down 35 times.
She only counted rich dudes.
Yeah, Brittany's only came from sex 35 times with men.
That might also be true because they have all sorts of rules.
And yeah, because my wife told me, I was like, yo, do you believe her? She was like, no, because my wife told me, she looked me in my eyes, she said, women have learned different ways of bodies we do not count, and other women accept those bodies not counting. Yo, if it wasn't in there long enough, if I didn't come 5 times, you know what I'm saying? We played that funny ass video. I think I sent it to y'all, or somebody sent it to us, about the, who was like, or lesbian, however you want to say it. Excuse me.
Yeah, bleep that shit. Black Dance Club.
Yo,
bleep that.
Yo, shout out to the community. But anyway, she called herself. I'm thinking about it. She called herself. She said the hardest part about being a, whatever. But she was like, yo, these women want to come 30 times. And she was like, yo, she's like, I understand why men get tired of having like so much sex with women because it's just whatever.
Oh, we definitely have to put in the fucking work. We definitely have to put in the work. Hot dogs come in 10 to a pack. So you would actually need 4 packs of hot dogs this weekend. Shout out to Brittany. So if you would like to know if that's a lot or not, get your biggest pot in the house, go grab 4 packs of hot dogs.
Throw them in there.
Throw them in there, and you tell me if that's a lot or not.
Do America have a sex problem though?
So the reason I came with this question because I was reading an article, and the article was basically saying that 76% of men watch porn, and half of women read erotica novels. So this is the problem that I had, is that it is always been positioned that porn changes men mindsets, yada yada yada. All right. One thing that we do know is that men do not get laid at all, right? It's a lot of men. Like I think like 29% of boys are outpacing girls in virginity to the age of 29, right? I think I read the study that was like the average man in his lifetime has like 6 sexual partners, right? Like it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff that is kind of saying that like men are not getting the sex they want. I think that also plays in a part is because we have this red pill society, right? And what's crazy is like we'll say red pill, right? And we know that immediately applies to men. I was on a feminist blog, and her article said the exact same shit that they say in red pill circles, right?
Okay.
Don't get married. The other sex provides nothing for you in marriage. It was like the same talk point. I honestly should do a breakdown on it. Like it was like everything that the red pill said, this blog said the exact same thing. So I don't think America has a problem with sex. I think the people that want to get laid are actually really, really getting laid a good bit. I think our problem is we have a problem of, can we settle down, right? Can we get in relationships? I'm not even talking about marriage, right? The ideal of getting with someone and having a boyfriend or girlfriend for 2 to 3 years, that was kind of normal when we was growing up.
Facts.
And like now it's like, people can't stay in a relationship longer than 4 months. That's not even enough time to get unprotected sex.
Damn, I got something to say. I do not. If she listens to this episode, I got to shut the hell up.
Yeah, let it go. Don't say it.
Damn, I had a good joke. Baby, if you listening, you know that joke. You know it, damn it. Yeah. I look at shit. It's weird. All right, do America have a sex problem? I think we do, but the weird part is the slut shaming, the slut walk, right?
Yeah.
Do people, and I'm saying people, do men and women slut shame women for having sex? Absolutely. Is the slut walk the goofiest shit I've ever seen in my life? Absolutely. And then you look at, I remember, one of the funny parts is, this is crazy. And I hate when people do this to Christians, but here we are. For those who don't know, I went to a Christian school my last 2 years of school. Matter of fact, if you've been here more than 50 episodes, you should know that. But one of the funny parts in school was they brung up like all these serial killers, right? And they brung up all these rapists and they brung up all these people. And they said, the number one thing all these people have in common is porn. And they was like, don't watch porn. And the only thing I kept remember was the other thing they got in common, they all white. But that's not that was, what I'm saying? I was just laughing at that. You don't show me 30 serial killers and half of them was rapists. And then you tell me porn was the issue.
Porn is not the issue the same way that video games was not the issue, the same way that weed doing reefer madness was not the issue.
Or rap music.
Like none of these things are the issue, right? Like a lot of these things are art imitating life, right? So, one of the articles I had pulled says sizable minority of men are not approaching women at all, right? So if you're not approaching women at all, of course you're going to watch more porn, right? But the problem isn't that men is not approaching women per se. Like, listen to this. 29% of men say they have never approached a woman in person before. That's damn near a third. Damn near 1 out of 3 men. Damn. This was larger for a group of men at 18 to 45. 45% had never approached a woman in person, right? A few pods ago, we actually talked about part of being a man was getting rejected, right? Because you were talking about your homeboy, and you know how y'all would send him out on crash dummy missions. Then he ended up getting good at it.
That nigga got some stories.
And then he left y'all, right?
Nigga used to call us with his sex stories.
Yeah, and it's like, as a man, part of it is the rejection. And at some point we have to get back. There has to be a segment of men that go back to become the no-bend men, right? Where you do what you know is right, despite the fact everybody's saying that it's wrong, right? Like, yes, you do have to approach women. Now, can you be like, hey, shorty, what the fuck? Like, no, obviously you can't do that anymore, right? Like, you gotta be smoother than that. But we do have to get to the point to where it's like, men can walk up to a woman and have a conversation. We're not even teaching the young boys to do that anymore. Like, they said on not social media, on online dating, on Tinder right now, they said that 60% of everybody that's on Tinder right now is in a relationship of sorts.
Damn.
60%.
I respect it.
You can't you can't go online to find a good girl anymore.
No.
You're going online right now to find basically a quick relationship. Right. Let me just say it that way.
Okay, that's nice. The funny part is that's because they got rid of Ashley Madison, man. You know what I'm saying? Did you watch that doc?
No, I need to check it out.
It is an interesting doc. Shout out to Ashley Madison. Let me tell you something. In building a company, this is such a sidebar. You got to be careful who you shit on the way up, because that's what took them down.
Who did they shit on?
Like some dude you know, he had called in and was like, yo, my profile isn't getting seen. I'm not meeting up with women. And they pretty much thumbed their nose up at him. Well, he knew some powerful people in government, and he said, oh, okay. And they started looking into this, and that guy started complaining, and then the hackers did they job.
Oh yeah, the
hackers took them down, and it was like, and then one of the biggest questions about Ashley Madison was one of the people who called in, was that one of the hackers who was like, hey, you playing with my profile, like my money ain't doing what I'm paying for this access, because it was known that Ashley Madison was putting out fake profiles.
Yeah.
And it's definitely an interesting doc, I would say there.
Exchange for sex, monetary resource exchange for, sex has been going on since the beginning of time. So
Bible days.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it.
Yo, shout out to the sex workers.
Yeah, shout out to all the Rahabs, the harlots out there. I'm with it.
Absolutely. Shorty, she's still on the stroll. She is back on the street. The lady who wanted $250 from me. She follows me now on
that stroll shit is wild. Strolling is wild.
Yeah, because
that is wild.
That is wild, man. But shout out to those girls who hold it out, who don't mind getting rejected. Yeah. They like, yo, hey daddy. I'm like, I'm good. You go to Vegas, they will harass your ass. And but they cool with it.
Yeah.
And they so nice. They so sweet. And you'll never have a woman be that sweet in the first 10 seconds. That in the strip club.
Yeah, absolutely in the strip club.
And then once you say, nah, I'm good, then you do not exist for the rest of the night.
Hey, man, you got to spend some money, man.
Hey, man.
The hustle what it is.
The hustle is the hustle. Shout out to the white girl from Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kim
Zoki or whatever. She married a football player.
Yeah.
Kim, what was his name?
I don't know. Kim was a joke from day one.
I know what you're talking about. I never watched it, but it was interesting that I think she's trying to stop the divorce proceeding because she said like her and old dude having a lot of sex. Corey Behrman.
Yeah, he didn't never. I want to see show his face on the show now.
I don't know. I don't watch it. But,
because
I do know Georgia, they can get divorced pretty quickly, but she's trying to stop it because she said they still having sex.
Well,
North Carolina you can't. North Carolina you actually have to wait a year.
Well,
it's craziest rule.
Look, man. Are we shocked that she's still sleeping with her ex-husband?
I am not shocked that exes sleep together.
How long can exes still sleep together after they say we are done? How long?
I don't have a good answer.
You boring, man.
Because here's the thing, right? Look, love and hate is the same emotion in reverse, bro.
Fact.
So I always I've always been the type of dude like if I was to go out on a date and a girl tells me that she hates a dude, it's like, yeah, I gotta leave her alone because she's still in love with him.
Oh yeah,
Like she's still in love with him. So, exes, I think this happens more often than people realize, especially like couples that were married. I think people have sex after they, divorce or break up. I mean, I would honestly say a year and a half should be the limit. A year and a half after a breakup, assuming that y'all aren't dating other people, which you shouldn't, because obviously you're not bad. You're bad at relationships.
Facts. Whenever I used to go out with chicks and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I just broke up." If you told me that you broke up with your dude anything under a year, I was out of there. There's no need of talking to you no more.
Nah.
Because I'm imagining it's like y'all still have too much communication.
Absolutely.
And it's weird. Like, I don't even know what's the time limit of still talking to your ex. Like, yo, we communicate. We Instagram friends. We text. I did add a shorty on Instagram this week, bruh. Just to send Jamar pictures on how bad she looked.
Man,
she looked hideous.
Nah.
This bitch look bad.
Yeah. Nah, I'm like, no, I mean, look, if you have kids together, obviously you're going to talk to this person for the rest of y'all lives.
Absolutely.
But if y'all do not have kids together, man, like, yeah, I mean, a year and a half is like max, right?
You talking about communicating?
Yeah, communicating in general, right? Smashing, year and a half max.
Yeah.
Because they still going to, like, dude, anybody be like, yo, I don't smash. Like, dude, everybody, like, it's literally called breakup sex.
Facts. Facts.
It happens.
Sex, yeah, year and a half. You better hope it don't go past that. Because if you smashing your ex past a year and a half, y'all might as well just get back together.
Yeah, but y'all don't like each other. Y'all broke up for a reason. So
absolutely.
It's going to go beyond that.
And communicating is, I would look at it like this. You cannot talk to your ex if you talk to somebody else.
No. I'm talking about single people.
Because
right?
it's that. Hold on, where that video?
If you get in a relationship with somebody and you still talking to your ex, male or female, you're an asshole.
Hold on 1 second. Let me do this.
Friend of 1 year found out that I had been texting my ex regularly during our relationship. I want to fix our relationship, but he's so upset at me. My ex and I were texting almost every day, but the reason I was texting him was out of familiarity and habit. Since we'd been in touch regularly,
Just
even
making
after
a bunch
we
of fucking
broke up.
excuses.
You're going to let me finish?
I like how she's like, let me.
We ain't gonna let you finish. Yo, I love how we don't have accountability, and this is why you do not date victims.
No, you don't date victims, and yeah, dude. I remember. So I had this one young lady I dated. She was a really, really good girl. When I say a good girl, I'm talking about like everything that you check off, right? Like educated, sweet, low body count. You know, if y'all think that. Like, I mean, she was all that. Like, she was dating me like in an era where she should not have been dating me. Like, I was not like the best dude at all. So anyway, she ended up meeting this really good guy because, you know, I was honest with her. It was just like, yo, not in a relationship, just period of my life right now. She ended up dating this really, really good guy. I mean, I'm talking about bow tie, glasses. Like, I mean, this dude, like, he's a good dude. He want to marry her, right? Okay. And I would never forget, man. She sent me a message one morning. This is when Facebook used to be famous.
Okay.
Big time, right? So you know this is years ago. She sends me a message at like 2:00 in the morning, and she was just like, "What are you doing?" Right? Now, I didn't get it because I'm asleep like a good Christian boy.
Absolutely.
Right?
Pastor Mike Will.
So the next morning I wake up and I see her message. And of course, I'm low key like, dang it. Like, how did I miss this message, right?
Okay.
So, yeah, not that at all. So I hit her up and I was just like, like you hit me up like 2:30 in the morning, like, what's up? And she was just like, I'm glad you didn't answer. She was like, I'm good, right? I'm
gonna put it down. You're gonna fall in love.
Yeah, dude. But here's the thing, right? I'm talking about this is a really good woman, right? Like everything, and even she up at 2:30 in the morning thinking about, you know, Pastor Mike Will and how he put it down.
How many married women have you taken down?
You know what? We ain't discussed that. I don't know. Man, my mama listen to this pod, man.
Look, man, sometimes shit just come in my head, and I'm like, yo, I gotta ask Mike this, because Mike older than me, and he do things that I would never do in my life. So I would love to know. You know, it was funny, man, because I had a married woman one time who definitely wanted me to take her down, and your brother called me and said, do not do it, because it might come back and get you. And I was so pissed.
Yeah,
because you know what I'm saying. So then I stopped asking about relationship statuses after that.
I don't want to know.
I
do not want to know.
So shout out to your brother. That's the thing. You know, I shot a wedding this past weekend.
He's a good dude, man.
He is a great dude. And I shot a dude, and his older brother was getting him ready. And they were 7 years apart. And I thought about you and Ez. And I was like, dang, this is the dope part about having an older brother, which I didn't have. So I had Ez. And so certain things I was willing to do, and Ez came through and ruined my fun. But whatever, man. You know, so I learned either stop telling Ez shit or stop asking questions about relationship statuses of women. You know what I'm saying? Sports time, man. Yo, y'all won again. I'm not even giving the 49ers hand claps, man.
Hey, dude. I mean, we're the best team in football.
Really?
It ain't even close right now.
Y'all and the Giants.
No, it's not the Giants at all. No, but I mean, honestly, really, no. I mean, Buffalo looked good.
They did.
Beat Miami. Miami looked good until they ran into Buffalo.
Absolutely.
You know, Cowboys looked good until Cardinals, so we'll see how they look against the Niners. Niners class in the league right now, man.
Yeah, they did look good. Shout out to your boy. I got on my Coke shirt. Because my fantasy football team name is Pure Coke, and we are 4-0. What happened to Debo this past week? He got me 0 points. I didn't watch the game.
He was hurt. He shouldn't have played.
So he was out there doing nothing.
Yeah. He shouldn't have played. He was hurt.
Bro, it got to the second quarter, and I'm like, yo, why he still got 0? I'm like, is something going on? But all right, I got to find a replacement for him. Y'all look good. Another dub for me. Your other team, Jimmy Butler, man, he was in his emo bag, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna act like I didn't even see that.
It was funny.
I'm gonna act like I didn't see it the same way ESPN act like they did not see Dana White smack his wife on New Year's. That's how I'm looking at it. Like, I didn't even see it.
Look, I laughed. It was funny.
I don't.
They have been calling him emotional for the last couple like weeks.
But he played into the character too much.
Yeah, what you mean? It was just the hair. It was an all black outfit.
It's like just that finger motion with the hair. Yeah, I can't do that stuff. I can't do it, man. No being men. That's where I'm at now. No being men.
Look, but I mean, he was being funny. Him and Usher.
He looked like he was enjoying it, and Usher looked like he was enjoying it. Usher even had on a bonnet. Like, what are we doing?
Usher got paid for that Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah, dude, like, he got to pay for it evidently.
Yeah, it come with a price.
What's up with Louis and this whole male skirt line? Are they selling it? My question is, because you're more into fashion, are they selling male skirts? Right? Like, is that actually a thing? Like, can I go to Neiman Marcus?
So I think it's all cultural. We gotta here's my thing. We gotta be reminded that when we see these black men in skirts, in dresses, they're wearing other culture stuff where that is acceptable.
But see, even with kilts, though. All right, so the ideal of kilts, because I had to look this up because this is always be an argument that being made. It became ceremonial. This is never what they wore into battle or, on a daily basis. Absolutely. It became ceremonial, right?
Absolutely.
So in that vein, if we're saying, well, we're doing another culture tradition, what's the ceremony that we keep seeing black men wear this for? What's the ceremony?
That's the other thing. And then also, sometimes I always ask myself, is it us that's just complaining? Because they do put white men in skirts. And these times, and they community just don't talk about it. For me, I thought the Usher shit was funny because it's like it plays into the narrative that pop culture put you in places or higher power put you in places, and you gotta do some emasculating things.
Yeah, Usher already has it though. Usher literally has everything, right? He has one of the top rated shows in Vegas. He has one of the top rated shows on TVs. Usher's one of the most decorated R&B musicians of all freaking time. He has the number one hit. Like, there's no place else for Usher to go.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, but when you got billionaires calling your name saying, "Yo, you got to walk," I want my fashion house is going to do X, Y, and Z for you. Maybe it might come with a check.
And that's why I'm thinking it has to be enjoyable.
Yeah,
because Usher don't need a check, man. Usher easily is worth $300-400 million.
We all look. If it's $1 on the floor and it's you and Oprah gonna burn your house down in Hawaii to get that damn dollar. All right.
Allegedly.
No, all right. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
I am not taking on those who will not be discussed on this pod.
Shout out to black women. We love you. ESPN announcement on behalf of all men. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian. I don't know any other ethnic groups. All men. We do not need a Taylor Swift camera anymore.
We don't need it at all.
Yo, my wife told me to turn off the game. She said, if they show this bitch one more time, turn this TV off.
Here's the thing. I'm not anti Taylor Swift. Lavender Haze is actually my jam. I ain't even gonna lie.
Taylor Swift corny.
So, but we don't need to see Taylor. I don't need to see any celebrities doing the game. I don't care.
Nobody cares.
I don't care who's at the game.
You know what it is about Taylor, man? It's like, I hate when people become jokes and they lean into being picked on.
Well, see, I kind of like that because that's kind of like self-deprecating humor.
It is, but it's like Taylor, like, I don't know who's worse, Taylor Swift or DJ Khaled. Like, and it might be Taylor Swift because she just acts like the blonde Dixie girl. You remember when the jokes used to be on Jessica Simpson all the time?
Yes.
And then it became like, damn, is Jessica Simpson leaning into the we joking on you joint? And so you giving us content. Now it's not even funny no more. It's like Taylor Swift be doing all this shit. And one day we're going to have to start having a conversation on if Kanye was right. He been right about a lot. And now he be 3, 4, 5 years too early with it. But, he told us Taylor Swift was corny. Pusha T said years ago that Tiana Taylor did not have an album. She was not working on music. Kanye called me and said, tell Tiana Taylor we have Just Gotta Love You or I Gotta Love You, whatever the song is. I can't think of the title right now. And it became like a beautiful song, but Kanye gave it to her, right? Yeah. We do know I got Daytona behind Mike. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite albums. Kanye gave it to Push, you know, and you got these videos. He called Cardi B a plant, said she don't write her own raps. It's an old video, but whatever. He said she was here to take down Nicki Minaj. All right, here we go. Like, it's just funny. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Kanye, all right, Kanye is a genius, all right? So I like the old Kanye, but Kanye is a genius.
Yeah.
So when I listen to Kanye, I kind of know that Kanye is right? Like, so when he went up there on Taylor Swift, here's the thing, right? Because that had to be 10 years ago when he went up on Taylor Swift. So when he went up there, and it was because all that I remember, because I don't watch award shows, but I remember seeing it replay, and basically it was like Taylor Swift and Beyonce, right? Mm-hmm. And Kanye's problem was like, I guess, hey, the music industry is pushing Taylor over Beyonce, and Beyonce is more talented, right? I don't think anybody would deny that Beyonce is more talented than Taylor Swift, right?
Facts.
But Taylor Swift is just as big of a star as Beyonce.
Yeah.
And if Beyonce was at a game dating an athlete, that camera gonna be in the stands 100 times. I think but on behalf of all men, we don't care.
We don't.
You
care. Know, they'll do cutscenes, but the Kansas City Chiefs it was a running play. Travis Kelce, I don't even think was on the field. It was a running play. The running back scores a touchdown, and before he gets fully in the end zone, they cut the camera to Taylor Swift. It was like,
that is insane.
It was like,
it's just insane,
and it's almost like here's the thing, money always gonna speak.
Yes.
Oh, this would be a great time to talk about Damian Lillard before we get up out of here. But money always gonna talk, right? I know ESPN, New York, has whoever Kansas City plays next. That city has a mindset of, yo, this is great for our city. If Taylor Swift is spotted, is here. We are seeing Mark Cuban say, hey, Taylor, I got younger guys over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it benefits, I believe it benefits the NFL and ESPN that Taylor Swift is there in their stadium.
Absolutely.
So I understand the camera, but it's like me and Mike are saying, like, we do not care, man. And it's almost like getting to the point where it's like, yo, here's the thing I need Taylor Swift to understand, and her people. We're about to get to a point where y'all can't play victim when men start getting, not even men, just people get disgusted and start talking trash about her. We don't want to hear no more crying. We don't want to hear, how can they say this? It's because they are exploiting you, and it's cutting into what the hell we here for. That's all that is. Mike had an issue with Damian Lillard not being accepted back by his old team and getting traded.
Yeah, no. I mean, look, everyone keeps saying like Dame is loyal, and all I'm saying is that, like, hey, when it comes to guys being free agents, like, this is why when LeBron James, even though I'm a Heat fan, when he left Miami, he went to LA. I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, I support players being able to go wherever they want to, because when it's time for a team to fuck you over, they're going to say, hey, you know what, bro? Nah. Like, not only did they not trade him where he wanted to be traded to, they traded him to the rival of the team that he wanted to be traded to. That is an asshole move.
No, it's not.
It is an asshole move, man.
Damian Lillard got traded. When you trade a player, you do what's the best interest of your team, not that player.
Agreed.
So if the Bucks is offering a better deal for him than the person you got, then the other team.
Point is that I don't want to hear about player loyalty. Like, don't tell me this guy is loyal to a team. Like, even now, people are saying, like, yo, to Taylor Swift's point, Travis Kelce could make more money anywhere outside of Kansas City, right? Now, he loves being in Kansas City, but here's the thing. If Travis Kelce says one day, like, oh, no, I'm going to go play, wherever, right? Because they're going to pay me $40 million. Don't tell me, like, oh, he's not loyal. Like, no, you go do what's best for you, because they're going to always do what's best for them.
Oh, absolutely. I do agree with that. Plus, I don't know why y'all was buying that Damian Lillard is loyal bullshit anyway. Like, that's just me.
I mean, that was like the prognosticators, the writers, and all that.
Yeah, that was his narrative, that he was out there like, I'm loyal, even though I want every other superstar to lead their team to come play with me.
Nobody's coming to play at Portland.
What's wrong with Portland?
I heard Portland's a beautiful city.
They got the hoes?
Bro, you got money. They're everywhere.
The hoes is everywhere except for Denver. What NBA team got the best women? Let me think. Houston.
The best women?
Yeah.
Nah, dude, it's Miami going away.
Man, Miami is trash.
It's Miami going away.
Miami is like the most overrated city in America.
LA is the most overrated city in America.
You what?
LA is. LA is the most. Now, LA has beautiful women, but LA sucks. It sucks as a city.
Miami sucks as a city.
It's not planned right. Every place is 45 minutes from the last place.
Right.
Like, nah. I can't. I hate
Man,
LA.
Miami is expensive. They got guns down there.
You just got to stay out of Himalaya and Liberty City.
Man, Miami's so trash, man. And y'all made the block hot. Y'all made Miami hot. Y'all made Cabo hot.
I don't travel to Miami no more. Like, I'm speaking to somebody who used to go to Miami a lot. Like, I can still visualize Miami in my head. Like, I used to go enough to where I can still tell you what street to take, what street to what street to get somewhere.
I remember that last time I went to Miami, I tried to go to the Cleveland there, and I said, "This is a dump."
The Cleveland went down.
Man,
I
shit
stayed
ass.
in Cleveland back in the day.
Man, I ain't never going
until
back
I wanted to
Miami.
get sleep. Then I started staying at the W.
Yo, shout out to the W, man. Y'all never come to Charlotte, and it's cool, man.
I need y'all to come here, and I need y'all to sponsor the pod.
Absolutely, man. Oh my gosh, what
are we doing now?
your brother sent? Never mind. Can't even remember.
Yeah, don't mention it.
Yo, man, shout out to all the married men that have group chats. And that's all I'm gonna say. Yo, speaking of group chats, my group chats did before I found this video. They did say that the next time we get up, they want to see my Explorer page. I am not showing y'all. I'm letting y'all know that right now.
Go ahead and show them that colorist shit.
Oh shit! Don't do that to me, man. Let me look at my shit right now. Hold on. Damn, they are just one shade. That's fucked up.
That is the Gavin.
But one thing I'm gonna say this: all the chicks on my Explorer page, man, they eyebrows is nice. I don't play about that. I'm trying to see if I got anything that's dark on me. Now I gotta bleep that.
Yeah.
There go the chocolate girls. They all right here in one section. Shout out. See, y'all gonna stop playing me. Exactly. Yeah, pull my shit up. All right, here we go. Hold on.
You know what I mean? Like you'll have people that where you come from, if you behave in a certain manner, it's not accustomed to where they are, right? Some people haven't evolved past 16. They still stuck in that place. You evolving every year. Mm-hmm. So that may be a threat to them. Subconsciously or consciously, Kev acting funny because blah, blah, blah. You have to navigate that. Mm-hmm. You have cousins. You got to go home for Thanksgiving and people are talking to you like Kevin Hart. And you going home for solace. You want family.
You're going home for peace of mind.
You're going home for peace of mind.
And they don't give you that
and your
because
cousins
you're not
your cousins in your grandma's living room saying, "Yo, man, I got this play. I want to, if you just give me, you know what I mean? 4,800, I could make you 2 million. You like, it don't work like that, fam. But you got to explain to him like, life isn't like that. Money isn't free and no one's giving out opportunities. If it sounds too good to be true, it's really, and then he like.
All right. Where you want to start at with the video?
You know what?
You got an issue.
So,
or you conflicted? That's
I'm conflicted. So on one hand, I understand what he's saying, but on the other hand, I think it goes into the gatekeeping mindset of what occurs in our community. So yeah, I mean, obviously, yes, you do have to tell your cousin that, like, yo, dude, you can't flip 4,800 into 2 million. It ain't happening, right?
Absolutely,
like that's not happening, right? But when I look at other communities, right, and Jeff Bezos in a marriage got a loan from his wife's parents. I forgot. Sam Walton was the same thing. His wife's parents, and I think when it comes to Jay-Z, I don't think he's actually saying like he's not going to loan money out to anybody, but he's talking to Kevin Hart, right? And so this is the issue that I had, right? And I don't know how closely related these two things are, but Kevin Hart made the stupid ass comment probably about 2 weeks on social media. Look in the hoods. There's liquor stores. There's no banks. Not understanding that, inner city areas are food deserts and banking deserts, right? So of course there's no banks here, right? Banks aren't going to come here. Now, could part of it be, the fact that impoverished areas have higher rates of crime? Absolutely, right? Target say they closing 9 stores in like some cities. I'm with it, right? Because I think people do need to understand it's like, yo, you fuck something up and it leaves, that's on you. But I also understand that when Target leaves, right, a smaller mom and pop business could come in and crush it, right? Because people are already used to, a big box chain or a big box store. Now, that place going to have to deal with crime, right? So which means they're gonna probably have to have higher prices. Absolutely. Are they gonna have to hire security? Absolutely, right? Are they gonna have problems of impoverished areas? Absolutely, right? But that's still an opportunity that someone that's richer isn't going to take, that someone that is poor or up and coming can take. So that's why I got a problem with the whole video, and I got a problem with Kevin Hart, who he's talking to, is like, we do need to reach back into our communities and pour money into, our communities. We don't own shit.
Yeah.
We don't own shit, man. It's like, and the first time somebody come and offers us any little bit of money, we're gone. I remember I was talking to a brother one day in the lounge, and you could tell he was a street king at some point, right? Mm-hmm. But he was older, and despite him being an absolute street king, right? You know where he got all his wealth from?
Where is
his mom and grandma owned 2 houses in Wilmot before the Panther Stadium went in, and because they instilled in him not to ever sell, both of those properties are worth over $1 million, right? Which allowed him to rent those properties out, upgrade, and rent them out. They're paid for, right? Because they was like $10,000 in the 70s, if that, right? So the properties are absolutely paid for, and he's able to live pretty much like on a ranch up towards Lake Norman. Dude has like 1 million guns. I mean, he's the coolest dude you ever want to meet, right?
Yeah.
But the reason why he was able to succeed is because he had properties in that area. Our problem is the moment someone comes in, they buy up the whole block, they skyrocket the prices. We get no benefit of that ever happening.
Yeah, but my thing about this video is I believe 2 things can be true, both of your points. I don't know if that's what he was getting at with Jay-Z, because this video is old, right? This video is like 2 years old. I remember when it came out a long time ago.
And that's what I said. I didn't know like how closely related that was. He's talking to Kevin Hart. I don't know how close that is in time.
And so everybody's been talking about like the investment. Like, yeah. And the funny part is somebody did a correlation for like Hov's wealth and what is $4,800 to him. And the correlation was, if you make $50,000, it's like giving somebody a dime. Like, that's how much it is. So to put it in layman's terms, if I make 50 and somebody asks me for a dime, do I have it? And I get it. But I think what Jay-Z, the reason why I do like this video is because I think what he was trying to get at was, you go home for peace, and when you go home, people look at you as a lick, even when you get there. And it's just annoying. And he was like, and I've been there. I don't have a bunch of money. That's why I love when people don't ask me for money, because I ain't got it to give to you. But what I do have is certain skill sets that allows people to have dreams, and they need my skill set.
Yes.
Right? Whether it's photos or even this. And I've had to sit down with people and explain to them, what you're going at, this is the wrong way.
Yeah.
This will not get you there. This shit will not work.
Yeah.
Me and you know right now, we know 2 ladies that went in business. Me and you always talk jokes about them. And when they told me about their business model, I remember sitting there like, this shit will never work. Like, it will never work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And certain things won't work. So I do get the, he's saying.
They flip that shit out, though.
Man, that's what. All of y'all are lying on the internet, okay? I take pictures of y'all. Y'all are liars, and it's fine. Like, people lie all the time, bro. They lie every day.
People do lie all the time.
And we can't tell. Because look,
but you're all right though.
All of y'all are real estate agents when your other businesses fails.
Yeah.
Shout out to the real estate agents. A couple of them, I did some work for some real estate agents this week, and they told me, they said, thank you for telling people, for telling bottle girls to stop becoming real estate agents or photographers. They was like, because they get in and they mess the game up. Like, they think, whatever. But it's super interesting. What you got planned for this weekend?
I don't know, man. We got to work on these other channels. Appreciate y'all getting us up over the magical numbers on YouTube. Hey, speaking of, our pod only grows if you share it.
Facts.
So you guys got to share it with other guys that are just like you, man. We did, YouTube Live should be coming soon. We're almost there. I know we be talking and saying, but we have very busy lives, and we are actually parents. Hence the name of the pod, Black Dads Club.
Absolutely. Florida, y'all might see me this weekend. Pull up on your boy. Mike got love songs playing and shit. This weekend I'll be running around, ripping and running. If you see me at a wedding, please come up, shake my hand. I promise you I'm nice, and I'm not misogynistic. I have to state that. STK is coming. Fellas, don't get burnt. Ladies, it is getting cold outside. Protect yourselves. That goes to everybody. Like, it's almost go time for the wolves. People need Christmas presents. The holidays, people get a little crazy.
That's it.
Please protect yourselves. Keep your head on a swivel. They are wilding out.
Stop dating the homosexuals too. Stop dating these men that don't have homes, man.
Facts.
Stop doing that.
Stop dating men who don't have home, cars, or cell phones. I don't know why.
I mean, we know why. But
putting it down.
but yeah, stop that shit.
Look, and stop bragging that those men put it down.
Yeah, stop that shit too. Anybody can put it down if I got energy all goddamn day.
Facts. And fellas, stop dating. Never mind.
You know, let's leave it at that.
Stop dating victims. A lot of y'all dating girls who love the trauma. They love victimhood. And y'all trauma bonding. That shit ain't
That
never
what
work.
I was just about to say. It's not that they love it. They're actually trauma bonding. All that shit is easier than getting in therapy and doing better for yourself. All that shit is easier, man. Like when you actually have to do the work yourself and actually become, you know, a man that has responsibilities, and you're like, you know what? All the shit's gonna be on me. You know, like y'all, some of y'all didn't like that when I said that 3 weeks ago, and I'm gonna stand on it. Y'all about to make me create a group called No Being Men, because I'm sick of y'all soft ass, lazy ass, scared ass, need a woman to do everything for you as Negroes.
And with that, we gonna holler at y'all next time.
Holla at your boy.